Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you on how to use the lambda function to solve the quadratic equations. So to solve the quadratic equations, we shall use the lambda functions and the VBA arrays. So in the quadratic equations, we have the coefficients as shown here. So for each equation, for example, the first equation, the coefficients are 1, 1 and negative 6. So that is coefficients of x squared, coefficient of x, and this is the coefficient of x power 0 respectively. So here we enter lambda, then you declare the variables as a, or the constants, a, b and c. Then you put the quadratic equation. So that is negative b plus or minus. So in Excel, we use the curly bracket for plus or minus as shown in the quadratic formula. So that is 1 comma negative 1, close the curly brackets, times the square root. So the square root of the discriminant, so which is b raised to power 2. So we use the caret to raise to power 2. Then minus 4 times a times c. Close the bracket again. Then divide by 2a. So we put the division. So first bracket, then 2 times a. So in Excel, we use the asterisk for multiplication. So then here we close the lambda bracket, open the bracket now to put the actual values of the coefficients. So these values, in this case, they are found in C3. Put C3, comma, D3, comma, E3. Close the bracket and then enter. So then we have the roots. Then to make this formula a bit simpler, so we shall copy this and then we give it a name. So that is to go to the name manager, click on formulas, then you define the name. So here we define the name as quadratic. So quadratic, so you can put any name there. So here we have quadratic roots. Then you paste here the formula, then click OK. So then let us see that formula here. So we put is equal to quadratic roots. So then you select C4, comma, D4, comma, E4. Close the bracket and then enter. So that gives you the roots of this second equation. So to get the roots of other equations, you place the cursor here, so where it changed to a small plus, then you drag down. And there you have the roots of the quadratic equation. Now to use the VBA, we shall go to the Visual Basic Editor. So you press Alt F11, then insert module. So here we shall use the function to declare the constants. So we call our formula here quadroots. Then we declare the variables, or that is the constants a, b and c. Close the bracket, then we declare another variable here, that is dim. So we put any name there. So you can let us use the word roots. So roots as variant. Then we redeem roots. So this gives us the dimension. So where we shall have our roots, that is, the first root will be in the first row, first column. So we say 1, 1, 2, 1 to 1. So first row, first column. Then the other one will be 1. So here, so 1 to 2. Close the bracket. Then here we put the formula. So roots. So the first root will be in the first row, first column. And this is equal to, so we put the formula, the quadratic formula, negative b plus square root. So in VBA we use SQR for square root. Then negative b minus, so I mean it is b raised to power 2 minus 4 times a times c, close the bracket, then divide by 2a. So first bracket 2 times a, close the bracket. So that is the first root. So we need to close the bracket again here. So that gives us the first root. So the second root, we simply copy this one. The difference is only plus and minus, so here we put minus. And that gives us the second root to be found in the second column. So the same row, the second column. Then here, our formula in the worksheet will be this one, quad root. So you copy that and simply say is equal to roots. And that is it. So we go back to the worksheet and we use this formula here. So that is, enter here is equal to quad roots. So that is this one. And then enter the values. That is C3, comma, D4, comma, E4. Close the bracket, E3. Close the bracket and enter. So it gives you the same values. So then drag down to the last equation. And there you have the values. So if you want all these values as a fraction, so you go to the number format, so here, and select fraction. So that gives you the answer there. So thank you for watching my video and see you in my next videos. So please subscribe to my videos.